Hi, my name is Dan Fernando, and my student ID is 104861997, and I'm here to present about the part 2 ERP of the assignment. The Global Bike case study, it introduces all the students the SAP by simulating real-world businesses scenarios within a high-performance bicycle company. It provides hands-on experience in integrated business processes such as product managing, product costing, inventory management, and manufacturing, helping learners apply ERP concepts through the story of Global Bikes operations. This case study introduces the controlling product costing process using SAP. It guides users through creating a cost estimate for an existing product by copying materials and routing, helping them understand integrated cost calculation in a business context. And for the helpfulness of the users, they have divided it into 10 steps so that the users can easily create their control study their controlling product costing. In the first step, we had to enter the we had to go to the product cost controlling page under the name of the shop floor worker, and then as the product we had to type DXTR1 and the three digits which we were allocated, and then we had to press the go button, and then those two parts popped, which plants and distribution chains. And then we had to create a copy from the raw material. As you can see, uh, and then we had to create a copy from the raw material, and then enter the product as TRFR1 and the last three digits which were allocated for each of us. And then at last we had to limit the selection of plants just for DL00. Then in the second step, we had to create a master data record and enter the product number as TRFR4 and the last three digits which were allocated for each of us. And then as you can see, the plants are being limited just for plant Dallas, the code DL00. And then we had to change the description touring frame black to touring frame white, and then we had to confirm all the entries by pressing the OK button with the blue. And then instead of this touring bike ramen word, we instead it used to be black, and then we had to change it with the German letter, sorry, German word. In the third step, initially we had to extend the raw material for calculation, and then as the material number we had to enter TRFR 4 and the last three digits which we got, and then press the continue button. And then choosing by using the view button, we had to choose costing 1 and confirm it, and then we had to select as the plant DL00. And according to the steps we were given, we for the basic unit of measure we had to put each, and then we had to put a tick for the quantity structure, and then we had to put a tick for the material origin as well. And at last we had to save the information. And finally at the end of the second step, after clicking the button save, the master record was saved. And then in the fourth step, we had to create the bill of material. Firstly, we had to go to, under the cost, we had to go to product cost controlling in the shop floor worker role, and then we had to enter the code DXTR1 and the last three digits which we were located, and as the plant we had to enter DL00, and then we had to press go after entering the information of the bill material, and then we had to copy the BOM and then select the entry and choose it. And then as the last step of the fourth step, the routing was saved, and according like this, a small a small not a notification pop up saying material BOM saved. And then as the fifth step, we had to create a routing, and then as the material we had to enter DXTR4 and the last three digits, and then as the plant we had to enter DL00 and then click on copy item, and then we had to make sure the routing is selected on the select type pop-up, and then we had to press the tick mark, and then after ticking the continue button we had to create using the copy function by selecting the object to be copied and enter the material number DXTR1 and the last three digits as plant DL00, which we had to enter. And then at last we had to choose the layout ISAPO2, the cost component groups, and then the table was altered. And then at last we had to select to save our costing. And then in the sixth step we had to create cost estimate, and then we had to enter the material cost estimate with the quantity structure screen. We had to choose our bike DXTR4 and the last three digits which were located, and the plant DL00. And as you can see on the costing data tab, we had to choose standard cost estimation as the costing variant via the costing version 1 as the 1 and 1 as the costing lot size. And then after entering the data, we had to press enter to confirm all the entries, and then we had to go to the display the exact cost uh, components to choose from pull down menu, and then after from the menu button we had to go to cost and then press the display cost components button, and then at last we had to select a, we had to choose the layout. As you can see, this is the layout. and and in the seventh step we had to calculate product cost as a cost estimation to the material master record as the as the is in the controller's position, and then we had to enter the current period which is June 2025, and then we had as the company code we had to enter US00, and then as the plant we had to enter DL00, and as the bike we had to enter DXTR4 and the last three digits as the material. And then after choosing the row with valuation row areas which is DL00, we had to select the other price tab, and then market standard cost estimate, and finally after creating everything, we had this log created button popped up. And in the ninth step, we had to view the price changes, and then to view the price changes we had to go to the controlling area, and then go to the product cost controlling page, and then we had to go to the head of accounting role and go to the manage product master data app, and then as the product we had to enter DXTR and the last three digits which were located, and then press the go button. And then after pressing the go button, we had to use the pull down menu to select the valuation areas section, and then the screen automatically popped up to it. As you can see, it's this one, the valuation areas. And then after the valuation area section popped up, this this area this and this area shows the current period, current and the future price difference. Yeah. And then in the ninth step we had to release price updates, and we had to first we had to select the release button and choose the current period, and then we had to enter the company code which is US00, and then the plant DL00, and material DXTR4, and the last three digits which were located. And then after entering all the information, the log created on this page appears according to the steps. And then after the lockdown page appears, according to the steps, we should we should find the material in the price update in the screen, but for some reason it did not appear for my screen. And as the last step, which is the 10th step, we had to review the current prices. And then as the product, we had to enter DXTR and DXTR4 and the last three digits. And then we had to press the go button. And then we had to use the pull down menu to select the valuation area selection section, as you can see, which is in the screen. And next we had to choose the row with the valuation area DL00 to see further details. And as you can see, after selecting the other prices tab, the market standard cost estimate, we can see that there is no more cost estimation present. And at last we can see the current and the future price difference, so we can get a brief idea about the current situation. In conclusion, the part 1 and part 2 of the assignments helped us to get uh, increase our knowledge in data visualization, the use of SAP software skills, and improve the process of using Power BI dashboard and use Excel. So thank you for listening to my presentation.